Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you about your no marriage yogas in Kundli. There are thousands of people, I would say millions of people who have not got married and they don't know they will get married or not. And there are so many reasons for that. Some people renounce the world and they don't have any interest in getting married. Okay, they want to remain single and they have basically sannyas yoga in their kundli. And some people don't want to get married because they love somebody in their life and they can never get that person, so they prefer remaining single rather than bringing somebody else in their place. So they think it's better to remain single. And some people, they don't get the desired partner, so they remain single in their lives. So there are so many reasons for not getting married, and the basic thing we can find from our past life, because whatever we are facing in this world is coming from our past lives, the lives that we have lived, okay? And the product, the karma we are carrying from our past lives to this life, okay? So whatever is happening in this world is not a coincidence, it is just the karma of our past life. Okay, so in past life regression therapy, many people who were not getting married, they told that they have cheated their partner in their past life, or because of them somebody else's marriage broke, and they did it intentionally, like they were so much jealous of the couple that they intentionally did something that their marriage broke. So, and they were really happy after that. So that many people told that they saw this thing in their past life, and many people had multiple affairs and they cheated on their partner. So in this life they are not getting married, or nobody is really interested to be with them. So there can be many reasons, and some people want to progress on spiritual path, so they prefer not getting married and remaining single. So that can also be one of the reasons for not getting married. Okay, our birth chart is, the map of our karma of our past life. So if we properly read our birth chart, we can know we will get married or not. And there are certain combinations in our birth chart that can tell you if you will get married or not, or what kind of problems or situations you may face in getting married. Okay, so I saw first of all that whenever Ketu directly or indirectly gets involved with 7th house matters, it somewhere creates obstruction in marriage. And if other malefic planets are also afflicting the 7th house or 7th lord, then also it can deny the marriage or create obstructions in relationships. Okay, and one more thing is that the karaka of marriage are Jupiter and Venus. Okay, some people say that we should look Jupiter in women's chart and Venus in male's chart, but I would say that we should look the karakas both in male and female chart, because Venus and Jupiter are both responsible for giving us a marital bliss. Okay, Jupiter is the planet of marriage, of children, okay, and of having married life. So we cannot deny both the planets, and Venus also is the planet of love. So we need to see both the planets in the chart for declaring or for predicting the person will get married or not. Okay, if Venus or Jupiter are afflicted in your chart anywhere, then we can say that you may get problem in getting married by Mars, by Saturn. So there can be problems in getting married, but only looking at the birth chart is not enough. You need to look at the yogas and the condition of the 7th lord of birth chart in D9 chart. Okay, if you are afflicted seventh lord is well placed in Navamsha chart, then you will definitely get married. Okay, and also the karka, Jupiter and Venus should be well placed and promise marriage in the Navamsha chart. Okay, and the seventh house should not be afflicted in the Navamsha chart, otherwise it may deny the marriage. Okay, because so many people take birth in the 2.5 hours, the time period when one ascendant exists. Okay, so only based upon the birth chart, if we will make the predictions, that is only like doing something basically and something generally, which has no accuracy. Okay, so don't do that. And I have seen that in many people's chart, Jupiter is aspecting seventh house, Venus is also not afflicted, and no malefics are afflicting the seventh house, but still the native is not married. And one more thing, seventh house and second house of the Navamsha chart should not be afflicted. Okay, because second house represents family, so we need to see it as well. And one thing I saw that whenever your ascendant is in Kritika Nakshatra or ascendant lord is in Kritika Nakshatra or seventh lord goes in Kritika Nakshatra, I have seen that either they face problem in their relationship or they don't get married till late. Okay, although I'm not saying that only Kritika Nakshatra is going to deny, but I was really shocked to see that the charts of the unmarried people, they had Kritika Nakshatra somewhere in their chart. So you know, Kritika Nakshatra people are quite choosy, and they are very, you know, authoritative. That's why their desire of a partner is really different kind of, and they really have a lot of hope from their partner. So somewhere, you know, it affects the marriage. And I also saw Venus and Saturn's mutual aspect. So whenever I won't say that Venus and Jupiter are sitting together, but Venus and Jupiter mutual aspect was something that never denied relationship, but it delayed the marriage. Okay, some people, they're not married till late 50s. So yes, I saw this thing. And I also saw that if your seventh lord is at the old stage, like after 25 degrees, like 26 degrees or 27 degrees, 30 degrees or 29 degrees, then in that case also the marriage is delayed, because the planet becomes too old to get the results, or if the planet is at its infant stage, like 0 degrees or 1 degrees, 2 degrees till 5 degrees, then also a marriage is delayed because the planet is too young now, it's infant stage to get the results, so it delays the marriage. I saw that whenever Saturn and Ketu are involved with seventh house, it also delays marriage, or these people are not interested to get married. Mars Rahu conjunction in seventh house also denies marriage. Malefic planets conjunction like Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Saturn, Ketu, and Mars in seventh house also denies marriage. Okay, and Jupiter's aspect, if Jupiter is really strong, then it can make you get married, but not always it happens. And I also saw that when Jupiter is present in seventh house, or Venus or Mercury, they are really not that good for marriage, because you know, it makes Karko Bhav Nasha, and some people say that it doesn't work, but I have seen that when Venus and Mercury are conjunct in seventh house, or Jupiter is sitting in the seventh house, it uh, is not that good for marriage, or somewhere it denies the marriage. Okay, so it is not that good there. And then we also need to see well, how Venus is placed. Debilitated Venus is not that good for marriage, and Virgo sign is also not that good for marriage because somewhere it obstructs the marriage. Rahu Ketu alone cannot deny marriage. Okay, Rahu Ketu are not the grahas that will deny marriage unless and until it is supported by other malefic planets. So for better understanding, let's discuss the chart, okay? And after discussing the chart, you will be able to understand it better. Okay guys, so this is one native and he's around 40 and he's not married. He wants to get married but he cannot get married because the girl he loved married somebody else, and now he says that he can never bring somebody else in her place, and he will get married if that girl comes back, but it is impossible because she is already married to somebody else and has children as well, so it is quite impossible. But yet still I told him to do remedies so that he can get married. So let's see his chart. In his chart he has 4 planetary conjunctions: Mercury, Sun, Venus and Moon. Venus is badly combust with Sun and it is in the Hasta Nakshatra. Moon is becoming Venus enemy here, and we can say that a really very big enemy of Venus here. So Venus is in Moon's Nakshatra, which is also denying marriage, and Venus is combust in Virgo sign. One thing also need to say is that 7th lord is Moon and it is at 27 degrees. I told that when the planet becomes old, it becomes hard for that planet to give the desired results, and the person is not able to get married till late in life, and he's suffered a lot of emotional problems because of marriage, and Mars is debilitated, and this dispositor is also not that strong to give the results, and that's why Mars is also creating debilitated Mars, which is really not strong, and at a weaker stage is not able to give a marriage to the native. Okay, and Saturn Rahu Jupiter conjunction is also not that great for marriage, because Jupiter, Saturn and Rahu creating Guru Chandal Yoga. Rahu is denying Jupiter from giving him marriage, children, marital happiness. Now see his D9 chart. Here Sun Ketu are conjunct and they are really closer in degrees here. Mars and Rahu. Rahu is also denying marriage here because it is in the sign of Leo with Sun and Mars, 3rd lord, 10th lord is placed here. So 7th house is afflicted by Malefics and it is denying his marriage. One more thing, Venus Saturn conjunction has delayed marriage for such a long period, and he also suffered relationship issues, and it is kind of creating like no marriage yoga in his kundali. Okay, so this is the chart of the native. I already told you that we need to see the birth chart and the Navamsha chart to tell accurately. If his planets here had not been afflicted, he would have got married, but in this also they are afflicted, and 7th lord of Devan chart is placed in Virgo sign. That a Virgo sign is not good for marriage, and it is placed in 8th house. Okay, 8th house. So it is also creating ups and downs and obstructions in marriage. Now let's see the other natives chart. Now it is someone's chart who is around, I think, 45, and he's not getting married. He told me that he doesn't want to get married because he has so much family issues, and his job is unstable. He has financial problems and he cannot support his life partner, and no girl will want to marry a guy who is not financially stable. So in this chart, we see that his Venus is not afflicted, but it is in Saturn sign. Whenever Venus is in Saturn sign, it delays the marriage or obstructs the marriage unless and until it is aspected by Jupiter. Okay, and Saturn Ketu conjunction, Moon Rahu conjunction we see here. One more thing we see is that his Jupiter is badly combusted by Sun, so it is not giving him the required results. But by seeing only this chart, we cannot predict that he will get married or not. Okay, because there are the yogas are not that clear. I have seen many charts in which the seventh house is afflicted, but still they get married. But one thing see here is that his Kritika Nakshatra, first father, and Mars is in Kritika Nakshatra. I told that I have seen many people chart who have Kritika Nakshatra and they don't get married till late or suffer something in marriage. So see, this is the thing. And now come to his D9 chart. Here his seventh lord is afflicted, debilitated. Venus is going to second house. Second house is the house of end of marriage. So Venus is going there afflicted by Mars really badly, and Saturn is aspecting his Venus, and so Saturn third aspect, native has to put a lot of self-effort to get that thing, and this guy, he didn't put any effort to get married because he was not that interested to get married. Now one more yoga in his chart, Jupiter, Ketu and Moon. Ketu, we see that except Jupiter and Ketu, no grahas are aspecting his seventh house and seventh lord as well. Or Ketu aspect on seventh house is creating dissatisfaction from marriage or partner. Okay, and Jupiter Ketu Moon conjunction is also a spiritual conjunction, which shows, you know, spirituality in the native. And Ketu and Moon conjunction, he is having dry emotions. He is not that much, you know, into marriage. I don't know he's sexual or not. Maybe he is sexual because of Venus Mars conjunction, but he is not interested in that much interested in marriage, also because of finance. So this is the thing. Okay, and he never had any love affairs as well. So this is a chart of the native. I hope you were able to understand. Now let's see another chart. Okay, this is a chart of the native. You know, he is about, I think he's going to be 60 in 2 or 3 years. So it is almost impossible for him to get married. If any miracle happens, then that is other case. But there are thousands of old men who get married. So we don't know, but he's not married till now. So we see that Ketu is present in his 7th house in the Sagittarius sign. Ketu basically in fire and water signs create spiritual yoga or sannyas or brahmachari yoga. So, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planetary conjunction in 6th house. Whenever, you know, so many planets are conjunct, now they whenever so many planets are conjunct, they create some issues in marriage. And Venus is with so many grahas. Venus is really afflicted and is not able to give the marriage, and Sun is of lowest degree. So, you know, here Sun is also obstructing the marriage because it's not allowing Venus to give the marriage. Okay, although Venus is not combust here, but it is really very close to Mars. Now see his Navamsha chart here. See his Navamsha chart. I told you that Venus or Jupiter, or it creates Karka Bhavnasha. and this thing is really applicable as I have seen. And Rahu is also aspecting this, creating Guru Chandal Yoga. He's not that interested in love and relationships, having Ketu in 5th house. And Saturn's aspect on Ketu is also creating that Sannyas Yoga in his chart. Okay, his Venus is also in Capricorn, in Saturn sign, which is also not good for marriage. 7th house not afflicted, no relationship issues. Okay, the only thing it doesn't is doesn't give marriage, and there are many things in our life that we don't want to get. In that case we can say that 7th house is sleeping, so he never had any kind of that relationship issues. So whenever 7th house is afflicted, we can say the native will have any relationship issues basically. Okay, and so we see here, it is not afflicted, but it is having the Karka Bhav Nashya. Okay, and if you want to know accurately you will get married or not, it's better use KP astrology, or you use D60 chart if your time is accurate. Okay, to know accurately to if you will get married or not. Okay, because sometimes it becomes hard to predict accurately, because nothing is it is not a thumb rule that if a graha is placed here this will happen. We only can tell 70% with accuracy, but if we want to know really accurately, if you really want to know accurately, then it's better you use KP astrology. Okay, so this is the thing. And remedies I would suggest for females, they should pray Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. Okay, so they will get married if they pray Lord Shiva. And for males, they should pray Goddess Lakshmi. Okay, and they can also pray Ma Parvati or Lord Shiva for getting married on Thursdays. And unmarried females should never wash their hair or cut their nails on Thursday, and never eat banana. Okay, so I will discuss the remedies in another video. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.